Hello everyone, I welcome you once again to my literature channel where we analyze novels and plays on the literature syllabus of both O and A level. So in this video we are going to mainly focus on the lessons in the novel The Moon Also Sets by O.C. Ogbu, a Nigerian author. So the first lesson that we get to learn from this novel is religious leaders ought to practice what they preach. Religious leaders ought to practice what they preach. So the example here is Father Damien. So Father Damien is a figure of religion in this novel, but we see him, he's a Christian who preaches the word of God, but instead does the opposite. He is the very father who tries to take advantage of Mama Obi. He tries to rape Mama Obi. So he preaches this and practices the other. So he does the opposite of what we expect him to do. That is the first lesson. The second lesson in this novel is education brings hope to people. That is another lesson that we learn from the novel The Moon Also Sets. Education brings hope to people. So in this book, we have so many people who are being educated. The novel starts when Obi, the protagonist, is awaiting, is waiting to receive her admission letter, and she has tried for 2 years applying to the university, and things have been failing, and then finally she gets admitted to Embakasi University, and when she goes to the university, we meet so many people there. Chris, Okoro, we get to meet so many other students who are studying. And of course they are studying because they believe education is going to bring positive change to their life. If they study, they believe they are going to make their lives better. So education brings hope to people. The third lesson is people ought to respect themselves. People ought to respect themselves. A case in point here is Mama Obi. Mama Obi is a very, very disciplined, hardworking, religious woman. This lady really respects herself, and once she loses her husband, Papa Obi, she decides to dedicate her life to religion, to Christ, and also as well take care of her children. That is what she dedicates her life to. She decides to respect herself. Since my husband is no more now, I should focus on my children and also focus on religion. Everyone needs to respect themselves, just like this lady does here, and that is why she turns down her Okolo's decision for her to choose one of the brothers-in-law as a husband. She turns down that. She rejects the idea of widow inheritance, of the brothers-in-law inheriting her. She decides to dedicate her life to working for her children and making sure that all her children get a better life. and are educated. So this lady respects herself a lot. Unlike Mama Ijoma, who is married but at the same time wants to, you know, wants to date Father Damien, and yet she's married. Another lesson is women deserve to be given the right to make personal decisions for themselves. Women deserve to be given the right to make personal decisions for themselves. That is a lesson. Women deserve the right to be given. Women deserve to be given the right to make personal decisions for themselves. A case in point here is Mama Obi. Mama Obi knows what is right for her and what is good for her because she's of age and she knows what is best for her. So when Pa Okolo, who is now the family head, decides to hold a meeting with Mama Obi's brothers-in-law and forces her to choose one of them as her husband to replace her late husband, she stands up and rejects it openly because for her she knows what is good for her. And I believe if someone has made up their mind and has made their decision, it's better to respect their opinion because they have reasons why they have decided that. So women deserve to be given the right to make personal decisions for themselves. Another lesson is patience pays. Patience pays. This lesson works for Obi. You know, after she finishes secondary education, she works as an auxiliary teacher for 2 years. She works as an auxiliary teacher, meaning that she works as a teaching assistant, something like that, for 2 years. And she does. And as she's working, she keeps on applying to the university so that she can get admitted and study and get a university degree. But she does not give up. She does her work and continues teaching as she also applies. When chance comes, she applies to the university. When things fail this year, she tries the next year. So her patience finally paid off. She waited for 2 whole years and finally she receives a letter that she has been admitted to Embakasi University. She did not give up. She did not give up and waited till her chance came up so she could go and finally pursue university education. So patience pays is the lesson. Another lesson is fighting one's own family is wrong. Fighting one's own family is wrong. That is the lesson. So this case here is for Pa Okolo, Mama Obi's brother-in-law. You know, he tries so hard to fight his own family, his own late brother's family. See, he even burns the shop. He burns the shop. He burns Mama Obi's shop, and he doesn't want. His daughter Obi, his brother's daughter Obi, is studying, but uh, when the chief tells him that he wants Obi to be his daughter-in-law, he gladly accepts it. And yet he knows that this girl is still studying. But for him, as long as you're giving him something, he does not care to sell off his family, provided he's being given something in return. So he does not mind about the dream of this girl, that she loves schooling and she wishes to attain a university degree. For Pa Okolo, as long as you're paying him and giving him something in return, he is ready to sell any family member, provided he's going to gain something from it. Despite his choice being wrong, he doesn't care, as long as for him he's gaining something from it. He does not care about the opinion of the other person. So the lesson is fighting one's own family is wrong. Another lesson is never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover. Or appearances are deceptive. Never judge a book by its cover, or appearances are deceptive. Now this lesson works for Father Damien. When Father Damien calls Mama Obi over to his place where he stays, Mama Obi does not think, it does not cross her mind that this man may try to do anything bad to her, because since she knows that Father Damien is a staunch Christian and he is the very man who is always preaching to them, she thinks that Father Damien cannot do anything wrong to her. But the opposite happens. She misjudged Father Damien, thinking that because he is a staunch Christian, he is going to put his Christian values in action. She believes that since Father Damien is a staunch Christian, he is going to practice what he preaches. There is no way he can turn against her. But once she goes to his place, things turn. Father Damien tries to take advantage of her, which is very contrary to what he preaches and what she expected from him. So the lesson is appearances are deceptive, or never judge a book by its cover. So that is another lesson. Another lesson is helping those in need. Helping those in need is a good virtue. Helping those in need is a good virtue. So in this book, there are people who help others, who help those who are in need in this book. One of the people who help we have Uncle Amechi. Uncle Amechi is a brother to Mama Obi, and he lives in Onisha, that town. So Uncle Amechi is Mama Obi's brother who lives in Onisha, and he is always helping her with the children's needs. He tries his level best to help Mama Obi, take care of her children, and he even pays fees for some of the children of Mama Obi. So he helps. He gladly lends a hand to Mama Obi whenever she needs help. Also Chris also offers a helping hand to Obi while at the university. Another lesson that we learn from this novel. From this novel, the moon also sets is another lesson. We should always stand up for what we believe is right. We should always stand up for what we believe is right. Mama Obi. Mama Obi is a woman that if she sees anything wrong with what you're telling her or trying to force her to do, she does not allow it. She stands boldly and rejects it. Mama Obi. When Pa Okolo tries to force her to choose one of them as a husband, she speaks out her mind and says no. Even when Father Damien tries to rape her, she rejects it. So Mama Obi is someone who fights for what she believes is right. If you're doing something wrong, she does not just keep quiet and just blindly follow. No, she stands up and says no where the no is supposed to be said. She rejects. She does not just keep quiet and just blindly follow. No. So she fights for what she believes is right. Another lesson that we learn. Another lesson that we learn from this novel, The Moon Also Sets, is birds of a feather, of the same feathers, flock together. Birds of the same feathers flock together. The example here is at the university. At the university, those friends. We have Okoro, we have Chris, we have Chike, those friends. These friends are always together and they have the same habits. They have the same habits that they usually do. Then also Obi's roommates, those girls. So most people who usually move together always have the same character, the same characters, and they usually behave in the same way. They usually have have certain things that they do as them that brings them together. So birds of a feather flock together. Another lesson that we learn from this book is one man's meat is another man's poison. One man's meat is another man's poison. This lesson works for Mama Ijoma. Now, Mama Ijoma is gladly interested in Father Damien, and she always tries her level best so that Father Damien can notice her. Mama Ijoma is interested in Father Damien and does everything to be noticed by him. And on the other hand, Mama Ijoma, Mama Obi Mama Obi does nothing to be noticed by Father Damien, but again, Father Damien is interested in her and even tries to rape her. So, one man's meat is another man's poison. Mama Ijoma is interested in Father Damien, but Father Damien is not interested in her. Instead, he's interested in Mama Obi. And Mama Obi is not interested in Father Damien, but Mama Ijoma is. So, that is one. That is another lesson. Another lesson is children should always listen to their parents' advice. Children should always listen to their parents' advice. Here, a case in point here is Obi. So this Obiageli girl is, before she this Obiageli girl, before she goes to the university, they throw a party for her, and everyone in the village, all the elders in the village try to give her advice, that she should follow when she leaves for the university, and they try to warn her about the ways of the outside world and the ways of the children there, and they always, and including the mother, tries to tell her to always do what is right and follow her Christian virtues that she has been learning since childhood. So children should always follow the advice they get, or advice from elders. Obi was given advice by most of the elders on the village, but once she reached there, she did otherwise. She did otherwise. She even gets pregnant. She's impregnated while at school. So if she had followed the advice of the parents and the elders of the village, none of that would have happened. She would have been more careful in whatever she would do or was planning to do. Another lesson is good things come to those who wait. Good things come to those who wait. So this works for Mama Obi and Obi. Mama Obi really wishes for her child to attain university education, and even Obi herself, she really prays every day that she may be admitted in the university one day. They wait patiently, and they did not give up. Until finally, after 2 long years, their prayers are answered. So if they had given up along the way, their dream wouldn't have come true. So good things come to those who wait. That is another lesson. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Those who are new, subscribe to my channel and comment anything that you would want me to talk about, and recommend this channel to all your friends who offer literature in O and A level, because I talk about and I explain books on the O and A level literature syllabus.